But that, welcome to video 29 in the 10 minutes at the piano playlist. This one's, I think, is going to be the first jazz one I've done, where I'm going to give you 3 steps to improvising. I run an admin, the Facebook group, Jazz Piano Education group and Jazz Piano Performance group. And often in there, you might want to join them, often there are discussions about the best way to get into improvising. And so I've seen both sides of the argument. Some people say do it very theoretically, and others say do it very sort of casually almost, by just listening to a lot of jazz, transcribing, and seeing what happens. I'm kind of in the middle with a tiny bit of theory. Okay, quite a lot of listening, it helps, but really the main thing is to discover how you play you. And by giving you these 3 steps, you can do that. So hopefully you're going to follow me along this middle way. As always, likes, comments, subscriptions are always welcome. Have a look at my video management website, Waterpianism syllabus, and perhaps a Patreon. All the links and goodies are below. So the 3 steps are, you need to have a pool of notes. So I'm going to show you how to get that. And then you need to know what to do with those. I'll just touch on that, but you can, a lot of that comes from listening. And then the third point is more of a philosophical point on how to just sound melodic and not boring. One of the ways to not sound boring is to not play scalically, which is not very nice, just going up and down scales in different ways. That just sounds a bit boring. So the idea is this: you take any chord type. I can demonstrate with 2-5-1s. We can do cycle of fourth stuff with a chord type, your choice. But the first thing to do is to only play notes of the chord within an octave, and then play the notes of chord over 2 octaves, just to see if you can open up. And then to add the second degree of the major scale, which you would call a 9th in jazz. Then if you want, you can add the 6. Now that gives you 6 notes, 4 notes of the chord plus 2 extra, which means that you've got 6 other notes, which I'm going to call passing tones. Quite interesting. And that's a nice way to get into it. You only have to worry about 6 notes, and the other 6 won't sound bad because you're going to use them to connect any of the other 6 notes. Let me give you an example. I think the first way to do this is to just take maybe a major 7 chord, 1, 3, 5, 7, good starting chord, and go around the cycle of fourths in your own time, not like strictly with 4 beats, but just stay in C, and when you're ready, go up to F. When you're ready, go up to B flat, up to E flat, just to get some key practice, very, very important. And you're going to first of all just maybe play 4 bars in 1, and then another 4 bars over 2, or 8 bars in each, your choice, and just see what happens naturally. So I've just laid down that kind of rhythm. You might do it in a more Latin rhythm. I might kind of play something like a... that kind of thing. So just get used to playing only the notes of the chord. When you're ready, add the 9, the D, the second degree of the major scale. It gets a bit stale when you keep doing it, but it's just a practice. It's just a point to see what happens. Now what I've just done there on purpose is what the thing I said earlier, connecting notes. That is not a very tasty note. That's not, that's not what we're trying to aim for. That isn't very nice either. There's theory behind the other notes, but we're not going into that. This is just to get you into it. But what I did is connect 2 safe notes from the chord chromatically. So these are passing tones. And then I might, again, you don't do this all the time. It's maybe 60% notes of the chord, 20%, maybe 25%, the 2 and the 6 if you want. And then the rest of it, 15-20% is the passing tones, something like that. So let's just try and see if we can do it in C. Then I'm going to move up to F, and you're going to switch to the key of F. You're going to see the scale of F, and then do a bit in F and jam around in a bit of B flat and E flat. Let's just see what happens. See, I'm playing the 6 here in E flat, and I touched on the F, and there's a couple of passing tones. That's your kind of practice. That's what you want to aim to be able to do. And then, like I say, the interesting thing is how to make it sound melodic. And again, a lot of that does come from listening. But I think a nice way to get into that way of thinking and playing is to play as if you're painting something. Play little bits. don't just get too caught up in playing all these long, complicated lines and just getting lost in yourself. Just play something like a kind of, what actually comes from blues, a call and response idea, where you might, let me just play a 2-5-1 in C, just to keep it simple. We do it in any key. Let's do it in E flat, in fact. So I'm going to just play, I'm going to do a little call in F. I'll do 1 bar each. For some reason I'm feeling a kind of bossa nova thing going on. So let's just do that nicely on E flat. So F minor 7. My ring finger's playing a 9 because why not? 9 works everywhere. And I'm just going to kind of go, I'm going to do a call and response idea. So I'm going to do a little melody, a little bit, considering everything I've just said from part 1, 2 and 3. And then I'm going to respond to it. It might respond in B flat, it might still respond in F. Let's just see what happens. That's the point. My inspirational source is playing, not me. I'm just observing. So that's kind of, I'm trying to analyze what I'm doing. So then there's a silence. So that was my call. So like one passing tone, a safe note, passing tone, the 9 or the 2, safe note from the F minor 7. This is the 5 and the 7 here. So I kind of went, and I'm going to go to the B flat chord, and this is going to be my response. So I'm on the B flat 7. I'm playing it as a fancy chord. Maybe I should keep it simple. I'll play a B flat 7. So my response, so my call was, I just added that onto the end because it felt right. I'll do a simple B flat 7 chord, maybe down here, and then I might kind of go, so that was a 3, 6, 5, 6, chromatic up to the 9, and then onto the, say, 5, 3, 5, 7 of E flat. And let's just see if I can remember what I just did. This is why you don't focus too much. And then I kind of went, something like that, no? Something like that. It's hard to analyse. That's the whole point. I don't remember what I did. And you don't want to remember what you did either. That's not the point of this. It's spontaneous every time. So try to do that, basically. Let's just do another one in the key of F. So we might do a 2-5-1 in F, G minor 7, C7, F major 7. So notes of the chord first. So I am feeling a call and response idea. There's something there. In my head, I'm feeling call, response, a little bit here, a little bit there, and somehow it comes out quite melodically. And again, I'm playing notes of the chord only that time. Let's maybe do one in the key of, I don't know, key of G. So A minor 7, D7, G major 7. I'll do it with a half diminished this time. That kind of thing. A minor 7 flat 5. So I'm going to go. That's all I wanted to do there because I feel it being quicker. I'm going to go from there. I'm going to play a nice D chord, D sharp 7, D sharp 9, and then onto the G major 7, just for a bit of fun. See, I played the sharp 9 from the chord, the 7 from the chord, but they work. And then I guess I might kind of go from up to the 9, and then passing tone on the A flat. G is safe, F sharp is in the chord. So like that. So there's a feeling involved, but I'm playing with that pool of notes. I'm not getting lost, I'm not getting stuck in scale theory, and I'm not playing scalically. That's the important thing. I'm not playing, let me do one in the key of, what key have we done? The key of B flat. So I'm not playing kind of, you know, even if you break it up a bit, it still sounds really bland. It's just boring. No. Let's just do one in B flat, but my way. Doesn't it just sound so much more prettier? So there you go. Hopefully you'll have fun with that, and maybe share your progress below. As always, likes, comments, subscriptions are always welcome. Look at my video management website, waterpianism syllabus, perhaps Patreon, perhaps this whole playlist. And I'll see you in the next video. All the best, and bye for now.